YouTube, what's going on? I'm the All Money Wolf So Kicks, also known as WSK55. I want to say this is like a sneaker of the year video, but it's also like a combination of my favorite pickups, honorable mentions, and sneakers that I would consider sneakers of the year based on my personal preference. This will not be based on the current movement of the overall sneaker culture. I'm one of those that feel like the sneaker culture is dying. It is definitely transitioning into something else, which may be beneficial for all of us that still are into shoes. And as I get older, I want my shoes to look good, but I still want them to function good. And I want them to function to the point where they're extremely comfortable, no matter what brand they are. We should not be brand loyal at this point. But before I get into what I would consider the sneaker of the year for me, I'm just going to say it again. This is my personal opinion on what I would deem sneaker of the year. And my sneaker of the year is not going to be any of the Air Jordans that dropped this year. But first, we're going to get into some honorable mentions. And then we're going to get into what I would consider some of the top sneakers that I would deem worthy of a sneaker of the year for me personally. So we're going to start with the Midnight Navy Air Jordan 1s. That was a cool pickup. Very nice shoe. Is it Air Jordan 1 of the year? No. Is it sneaker of the year for me? No, it's not. Next up, the Metallic Gold Air Jordan 1s. Another dope pickup. But as I said, I'm getting to the point where Jordan 1s are not going to be the pick of the litter if they can't do something about the fact that these are not 10,000 step shoes. And they can literally do that with just a few tweaks here and there, all right? The Air Jordan 14 Black Toe. These were a must-have. Some people would probably like these for the top Jordan of the year because of how they sold out fast and people kind of slept on them. But that's not going to be the reason why they made it to the list for me, but they're not going to be considered sneaker of the year. But it is one of my favorite pickups of this year. Next up, we had the Stan Smith Bapes in the size 13. These are the all over camo joints. And just in case you live under a rock, that is how they look. This is a very dope pickup. I know people tend to complain about leather quality and things of that nature, but this is a synthetic upper. These probably gonna last a lot longer. And besides, I'm from that era when Bape was a thing, you know? So this was a good pickup. I appreciate the opportunity to even get a pair of these because, you know, can't fit any of the hoodies, right? But I can for sure get the shoes. So, yeah. And I almost forgot about these Puma Clyde denims. I think the quality on this pair is very nice. I've worn them once. You gotta switch it up sometimes. I know people like to say they're sneakerheads and all this kind of stuff, but many people have had to point out to some of you that your sneaker collection is kind of boring. So, yeah. Of course, I had to put the Air Jordan 3 Green Glow on the list as an honorable mention. This was a nice pickup. Jordan of the year, no. Sneaker of the year, no. But they were able to adjust some of the comfort issues that I have experienced over the years. But yeah, it was a good pickup, but not sneaker of the year for me. Next up, we have the Olympic 6s with the nice box and everything. Yeah, that's cool. But these were a must-have because I had an old pair. Now I have a new pair. These are going to get worn at some point, just not right now. But sneaker of the year, nope. But dope pickup nonetheless. And what is a sneaker year wrap-up without a pair of Supreme Air Force Ones? Like, and these, they restocked several times this year, but I only needed one pair. The black mid tops I'm thinking about, but just haven't quite got around to it yet. I'm gonna also throw some dunks in here as well. So you got the pink and green joints. Love those. I believe these are the jungle greens. Though these did not come out this year, this particular pair that I'm going to show, but the Valerian Blues, they restocked and they were on clearance for like 80 bucks. I had to pick those up right quick. Just going to show some love to some of my dunks right quick. I don't want to call these Syracuse or New York Knicks, but either one, yeah. And these are some sleepers that people may have not even paid attention to nor cared about. And hopefully the dunk craze is over so we can get our pairs without them going to resale. But the University Blue with the coconut milk, these were a must-have. Not talked about much. Cool with me. Because they still got picked up. They're still getting rocked. Because we don't go off all that here. Now on this side. Baltic Blue dunk lows. Very nice suede. 3M swoosh. What really more can you ask for? But yeah, I just wanted to show love to a few dunks that I bought this year that I think should have been talked about a little bit more, but it is what it is. And just for kicks and giggles, I'll add this one in just because I was able to buy when Adidas was going crazy, letting all the Yeezys go for the low. I made sure I grabbed something. Wasn't much, but you know. All right, so let's talk about the shoes that I have right here, all right? First of all, let's get into the Avia 880. I did a video on these at the very beginning of the year. I can't tell you when they retroed, but as soon as I saw them, I had to get them. I think they're very stylish, as we've all echoed. Louis Vuitton definitely took a lot of inspiration from this shoe. If you watched NBA basketball in the 80s, you know that these were the Robert Parrish joints, all right? Not gonna spend too much time on those, but yeah, this pair, the Avia 880s, are super comfortable, and they are gonna be highly ranked when it comes to this video. Probably top 3 or top 5. Now, this next shoe that I'm gonna show is not on anyone's radar. Nobody asked for them. Nobody cares about them. But these are some of the most comfortable sneakers that I purchased this entire year. And these are the Snoop Dogg Skechers Doggy Bones, all right? Skechers and Snoop Dogg gets an A+ for box presentation and availability and comfort and colorways, all right? And before everyone says these are knockoff Chucks and all that kind of stuff, I see it, but I also see a little bit of Alexander McQueen. I see a little Prada, a little Givenchy. It's a little bit of everything. The tread is nowhere near like the Converses, and let's just put them side by side real quick. I mean, I see what y'all saying, but when you look at the outsole and everything else, not even close. I mean, even still, we all know that most shoe brands can do a certain amount of quote unquote biting before they get sued. Snoop did a great job with picking the type of materials, the level of comfort. These come with additional laces. This shoe, in my personal opinion, is a 10 out of 10. All right. When you look at the outsole, you know, there's nothing like a good pair of Chuck 70s. You really shouldn't buy anything but the Chuck 70. But we're not here about these. And just so we're clear, these are so comfortable. I bought 3 other pairs. Yeah, they are that comfortable. And I didn't pay that much for them. I think they retail like 100. I didn't pay over 60 for each of these. So I still saved a lot more money on buying some of these BS Jordans and just buying some Snoop Dogg Skechers. Moving on, we have the Air Jordan 3 Black Cements. This shoe is probably top 5 sneaker of the year for me, including with the Avia 880 and the Snoop Dogg Skechers. I did have to put a different insole in to get a certain level of comfort, but this particular Air Jordan 3 black cement version was pretty well, in my personal opinion. I know people complain about the quality. If you had a backwood vein on your right toe cap, guess what? A lot of us got that same backwood vein right on top of the shoe. But I still wouldn't worry about it because they've restocked several times since those dropped. So obviously they either got it together or you just need to rock what you got just like the rest of us do. All right. The black cement Air Jordan 3 is definitely top 5. So far we got the Via A80 probably at number 5. The Skechers Snoop Dogg is number 4. Black cement 3s. Yep, that part. Next up, we have the Military Blue 4s. Dope pickup, but not the same level of comfort as the black cement 3s. So they will be in the top, not the top. They will be at the bottom 5. If I were to do a list of 10, these would probably be number 10 or 9. I'm not gonna lie to you. The execution was great on these, but the level of comfort is still not there. I don't, after wearing them a few times, I don't think they really fixed it the way I thought they were going to fix it. Which I think if they would just incorporate something besides the type of midsole, because if you don't wear these, they're going to crack and cake up. But this was a dope pickup, but not top 5, not top 3, not sneaker of the year. I'm telling you this, not for me either. So yeah, Military Blues. So my sleeper of the year is gonna go to the Air Jordan 1 High OG Summit White Obsidian. These are Air Jordan 1s made out of denim material. And I think everyone slept on these. Were they limited? They might have been. Because it didn't have a size 14. It just went from 13 to 15. I grabbed the 15 with the quickness. I think this is a dope pickup. I just think it didn't get the right promotion like it should have. Very nice quality shoe. But yeah, these are definitely up there with the with all the previous shoes except for the Military Blue 4s. One of my favorite pickups. Sneaker of the year for me, it's definitely up there, top 3, top 4. Just because I haven't seen a lot of people with these. These have not been worn, not in my area. And I think once I wear them, I think people are going to have a lot of questions. And I'm just going to tell them, hey, like, these came out this year. Just everybody passed. They weren't really talked about. So yeah, now we're getting into it. So the Jumpman Jacks, definitely within the top 4 of sneaker of the year for me. Everyone was so hyped for Travis Scott Jordans, but when it became more of like a Jumpman Jack trainer shoe, it wasn't going to be a 4 or a 1 or a 3 or a 5 or a 6. Everyone kind of backed off, at least on the internet. But in real life, people went after these and they had little to no resale value. I wasn't going to flip these regardless, but definitely one of my most favorite Air Jordans picked up this year. Well, not just Jordans, just sneakers, period. I think I wore these for about 14, 15 hours. I probably did over 10,000 steps. They were pretty comfortable. And even when I got them dirty, they cleaned up pretty well. So I definitely got to give them that. Was hoping to get another colorway, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not really tripping because there's plenty of other shoes as you've seen that are just as comfortable, less hype, and they're gonna be sleepers in everyone's collection. All right, but yeah, Jumpman Jack is definitely up there for sneaker of the year in my personal opinion. All right, definitely top 4. So we're gonna get into the last 2. All right, these next 2 sneakers are number 1 and number 2 for sneaker of the year in my personal opinion. All right, Take it how you want it. We don't talk about all the hyped up stuff here every day. Here, we are everyday sneaker wearers, sneaker purchasers, sneaker admirers. All right, let's get it. Coming in at number 2 is the Air Force One Low Kobe Bryant. Size 13 fit. Really nice. The execution of this shoe, very nice. Comfort, very nice. Additional laces, very nice. Black Mamba imprint, very nice. Availability. When I say I took my L on sneakers, but walked into the store and they were just sitting on the shelf, man, I was like, it was just meant to be. These are not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you've been following my channel, I have a few of Kobe's sneakers he wore with Adidas. Now, I have not been able to get any Kobe 8s, Kobe 7s, Kobe 9s, any of the Pro Tros, right? But this Air Force One is rich in Kobe Bryant sneaker history, that these were a must-have for me personally. And that's why it is top 2 sneaker of the year for me. This next shoe is not going to be a Jordan, and it is what it is. So let's get into the sneaker of the year for me. So, without any further delay, the sneaker of the year for me in the year 2024 is the Converse Weapon, the Larry Bird Retro. These came with cream laces and black laces. I think they retail for like $120 or $140. I think I got them for like $80 or $90. And they have reached down as low as $50 or $60 in the last couple of months. Those of you that may not know, Nike owns Converse. But how is it that Nike can make Kobe Air Force Ones fit as excellent as this particular pair does, and they can't fix the Air Jordan 1 to fit like a pair of Converse Weapons? The leather quality, awesome. The midsole, awesome. Execution, awesome. The box I got rid of because it's a big silver box, and my shoes go straight to feet most times, all right? This shoe is one of the most, not only is it sneaker of the year for me, but it is the most comfortable shoe that I have worn this year, next to the Snoop Dogg Skechers Doggy Bones. Those two shoes and the Avia 880s, the most comfortable shoes I have worn all year. Not a Jordan 1, not a Jordan 3, not a Jordan 4, none of them, all right? Whatever they're doing at Converse under the Nike flag, they need to keep doing. I just seen a pair of Armand Manier Converse Weapon lows, I think. And then a pair of Shy Weapons. I think it's a young man that plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think. His Converse Weapons are dope. And then you guys are so disrespectful. I thought you guys liked Fragment and Undefeated and all that. I just saw a pair of undefeated Converse Weapons on the Converse website for like $62. Of course, I had to get me a pair. But this is my sneaker of the year. This was my favorite pickup because when I put them on, I was heavily surprised by the level of comfort. This shoe is well constructed. I'm not even worried about if they crease. This shoe is so retro. This is the type of retro that we have been chasing for 30 years out of Jordan Brand, and they have yet to get it right. No matter what mold they put the Air Jordan 1 in, no matter how many colorways, no matter how many times they call it reimagined or it's the 85 cut, this Converse Weapon is doing it on the low for $100. So yes, this is my sneaker of the year. This was my favorite pickup for non-hype reasons. Larry Bird, was that my favorite player growing up? Hell no. But I see why, if this shoe was the shoe that he played in against the Bulls and against the Lakers, I see why he felt the way he felt and how he could talk the way he talked. Because these shoes are another level of comfort. And until Jordan learns how to do right by us, I highly doubt I will ever have a sneaker of the year that's going to be a Jordan. I'm just going to be totally honest. They've missed the ball with the Jordan 12, the Jordan 13, and the Jordan 14. And I would like to see other shoes besides 1 through 14. Can we get some 15s, some 16s, some 17s? Can we get the 19s? Can we get the 20s? Like the real retro 20s? Can we see a retro 21? Can we see the retro 22s? Can we see something else besides 1 through 14? Like, that would be great, because I would love to have a pair of red suede 21s, and then I'm probably gonna hang it up with this whole sneaker stuff, because I'm just over it. And now I'm just chasing like a different type of style, no hype, and just straight comfort, which I've been trying to have for myself for a long time. But just when you think they've improved the overall specs, they still don't get it right. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sure you guys are gonna be disappointed, but listen, there isn't a shoe out here that dropped this year that has this level of comfort. If you don't believe me, just go to Converse.com and get you a pair and see for yourself. They have an easy ride. I can wear these for 10, 15 hours and not feel my feet just super tired. All right. And these are actually a lot doper in person than what people think. All right. If we are about retro sneakers, this is the absolute epitome of it. All right. This is the end of the video. Y'all be easy. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Deuces.